Hello. So today we're going to look at Samurai the Invincible Warriors by Captain F. Brinkley. This is a super strange book. It is published by O'Hara. And you see that it's by Captain F. Brinkley and that it was published in 75, this particular copy. The introduction from Charles Lucas claims the tattered manuscript of Captain Brinkley's book had been found in an old box on an old shelf of a seldom-used library. But there's no information anywhere in here about who this Captain Brinkley is, so you're thinking, oh, is this cool person from the 1600s or 1700s? Where did he come from? And even the back of it in the little conclusion thing says, here, Captain Brinkley's manuscript runs out. A search is still being made to find more of his invaluable material. But nowhere, anywhere, is there any actual information about this Captain Brinkley. And when you do some searching on the web, thank goodness we have the web nowadays, you find out that this was actually written by Francis Brinkley, who was a British advisor to the Japanese and was published in 1901. He wasn't like some seafaring captain that they just happened to find a little note from. It was a well-known part of a very large volume of books called Japan, which has 11 volumes and is published in full. So this isn't some sort of secret lost manuscript or something. It's a part of a full set of documents, and it's really strange that they reported it like this, as if it was this secret military document that no one had seen. So I suppose pre-internet they might have gotten away with that, and no one would have known what the situation was of the document. Now we know that this is a tiny part of a larger set of material written by a military advisor, government advisor, and you can get the entire thing if you want to. So with that put aside, what information is in this little snippet of the larger set of information? You got some nice illustrations about different weapons and armor that have been used at different periods of Japanese history. These are all just different things that he learned while he was in Japan doing his research and government work. So he talks a little about how a farmer or an artisan might carry a short sword, a wakizashi, but any abuse of the exception had severe punishment. So it's sort of hearsay about things that we know in great length about Japan. A couple of good pictures to illustrate the different points. Talks about the history of the samurai and how samurai were seen in different periods of time, the loyalty of the bushi. So a picture of samurai in armor. So there is a lot of interesting items, pictures of different flower arrangements. But this is sort of his general notes, and it's just one tiny little bit of his general notes. So it's useful in the sense that it's good to see one person's point of view who was there in the mid-1800s, late 1800s, and how he was interacting with, to him, a foreign culture. But it's a shame that this is taken out of the full context of all the rest of the notes that he made, and that there is no context at all given with this to give a sense of when he was there and why he was there and who he was interacting with to learn this information about the tea ceremony and all these other things he's discussing. The house for the tea ceremony. So this is well worth having and reading to get this single person's point of view on these things, but it is by no means a secret set of information or information that generally can't be found elsewhere, or that is necessarily super accurate in a sense that he's just talking to people and getting a sense of what a soldier is like and what a working man is like and that kind of stuff. So I would have the book, but I would also seek out the larger full set of the volume and read all of it, and also read it in a context so you know who the author, Captain Brinkley, was and what his place in their society was to be getting this kind of information. So let me know if you have any questions.